much, and this is just a wonderful event, as it always is with the Taiwanese events, so I'm really honored to be here. My name is Andy Lombard. I'm founder and managing partner of Tesoro Venture Capital. We are a new venture capital fund. We're based in Phoenix, Arizona, right next to TSMC. I would not have done this if TSMC did not decide, and thankfully, to partner with us, which is absolutely incredible. Today I'm actually learning that they may, and I'm not making any announcements for TSMC, this is public, that they may do another 6 fabs in Phoenix, so 12 total fabs in Phoenix. And if you're not familiar, that's going to be about $300 billion, and 2 advanced packaging centers, as well as an R&D facility. And the whole idea, we want to try to recreate Hsinchu. We want to try to recreate the science park concept of economic and technology partnerships, so that's fantastic. And also a big shout out, because my other partner is here, John Ennis from Cadence Design Systems, who has also been so wonderful to partner with us. So our idea is to, and this is actually a very interesting, let me see, sorry. I got it right. So this topic is really a good one. So it's basically bridging capital and innovation and thinking about what is the global collaboration required. And I think there's really just 2 key takeaways. One is something I don't have to say to this group. This stuff is complicated. It's very complex. And it's going to take a lot to actually make something happen on a chip side. I know that Sam knows that. I think that everyone can kind of admit that the complexity is not just your own control. You have to interface, and you have to interconnect, and you have to work with a supply chain and so forth. So this whole concept of bridging a global ecosystem is very, very important. There's no other way that it can get accomplished. Today, in fact, Taiwan produces really the world's largest and most important chips. We are going to start producing many of those in Arizona. If you're not familiar, will be about 30% of the advanced node production will be in Arizona globally by 2030. That's the plan. I think with this new advancement of more fabs there, we'll probably end up getting at least there, maybe a little bit more. I think they want to inch it up to about 40% possibly. So the whole concept is, wow, these slides are very small. I apologize. So if you can't read this, neither can I. So, so the whole concept of complexity, I think we've really talked about. And I really want to just kind of think about this. The other concept was speed. And for us, the whole idea of this was, how can we work together to compress the speed to market? Can we compress a 10-year cycle time to 2 years? To 3 years, to 5 years. With speed comes cost, right? If we can make this not $100 million tape out effort, can we make it something smaller and something that we can go forward? So we're really into working on different programs, different innovations. Throughout the world, we're trying to do this, whether it's academia, whether it's governments, and so forth. And Taiwan has been a very fantastic place to do that. So I think speed to market is very important. One of the things that I think, and I'd love to hear from many of you founders eventually, I apologize, I'm going to have to fly right out after this, but I'd love to hear the stories, because the stories that we're hearing, and for most of our companies, they start to slow down at the interface points, at the point where they're trying to work with ecosystem partners, whether it's supply chain or future customers. And it turns out they probably got those answers way too late in their cycle. So if we could figure out a way to get that into the cycle, into the feedback loop much quicker, we think we'll be able to speed up innovation in that. So I think the first thing is, we all know it's complex, and now how do we really condense the speed? 2 very, very important concepts that we're going to try to focus on. Whoops. So we believe that through partnerships, this collaboration compresses that speed. So we're a little bit of a unique venture capital firm. We're working with many, many universities throughout the world. We work with ecosystem partners like TSMC, like Apple, like NVIDIA, Cadence, and others. And we really want to try to understand, how would they look at de-risking the projects that we're looking at. This helps us. But it also helps the founders understand, are they on the right track? And we want to learn that as quickly as we possibly can. And that's one of the most important cycles that we want to do. So, this is just a fancy way to say that we think we're doing something a little differently. We're not just putting money in. We're not just trying to be an investor and looking for returns. We're really trying to look at how can we bring something to the market quicker in this incredibly complex world. And that's the most important side. So when we think about collaboration, it could be across the board, from industry collaborations with other venture capital firms, with universities, and we're not worried about where those all lie on lines. We don't really have a competitive lens when we look at that. We're really looking at the founder's perspective and how we can actually push those out to market very quickly. So again, Tesoro, we have an accelerator and a fund, and the accelerator is designed for this complex world. We're not doing a cohort basis in a sense. We're taking rolling applications, and we're going to be with companies as long as it's needed. We'll collaborate with other accelerators and other groups as much as we need to, and as much as the companies that we work with need to. And we started that off with our ecosystem approach, where natural for us was Taiwan. So an example of that is partnering with eTree, partnering with universities, partnering with Startup Island Taiwan, MOEA, NTSC, and all the wonderful people at Innovex and TCA, and working on this grand challenge, which we think is an unbelievably good opportunity to apply for. From a founder perspective, I don't think it's any more like which VC is going to fund us as much as it is which ecosystem are we going to partner with and how are we going to partner with them. You're going to need that supply chain, and you're going to need that partnership. So learning, signals, stability, and momentum, all for us is the critical elements of this, and I want to speed up so our other speakers can go as well. We really see that collaboration multiplies the speed and talent. And by the way, I'm one of the biggest proponents that ideas don't exist in one geography. They don't exist in one company. They're going to be anywhere. I kind of learned that early in my career. When I was 26 years old, I was asked by Motorola's executives to go out and run Hong Kong. So I went to Hong Kong, didn't know what I was doing. And 5 years later, I was running Motorola Asia. And I learned very, very quickly the only way you can get great ideas and great companies is to go across borders into areas that you would never imagine that they could be, and then be willing to partner with those companies as well. I went on to run Motorola Ventures, and from there I learned that corporate VC is a different animal for sure. But what they did do is we helped startups de-risk their company by basically looking at the aspects of their company and seeing, would that be applied to our product groups? Would that be applied and be a customer or a pilot? So this is one of the things that we really want to try to do. Whoops. Oh, that's the last one. Okay. So I think just basically we are here for you guys, and I want to say thank you again to all the Innovex team, TCA, and Sakura, the great job that you guys have done. I have been in many, many ecosystems throughout the world. We're going to be in many more. I have never seen one as vibrant and as alive and as potent as Taiwan. I really mean that. And I think it's a collaboration that goes across from the industry, starting off with the birth of TSMC with eTree, and to the academia, to all of the different supply chain and the government agencies that are around that and leaning forward. So I'm just so proud and honored to be a part of that. So thank you again, and I'm really happy to be here. Thank you.